activity isn't important. The flu isn't the only infection, by the way, you need to protect yourself from. Welcome to Dr. Nicholas Bennett. He's the Assistant Professor of Pediatrics at Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Karen.
We were just chatting about this sort of persistent hacking cough it seems so many people have, and it can be a bunch of different things, just to add to the confusion. First of all, let's talk about something called adenovirus.
Yeah.
What is that?
So, and I can say I'm probably one of the sufferers myself.
Oh,
My
no.
Christmas was ruined.
Oh, no. And I've heard that story from so many people.
Yeah. So adenovirus is one of the persistent viruses that can cause this kind of respiratory infection. And the reason I think is worth highlighting is there's definitely been an outbreak of it across the pond in the UK.
Right.
And we've had some cases in Connecticut. Now, we don't test everyone, but I have a feeling that's what's causing this persistent cough.
Yes.
Certainly cases can last for weeks, and adenovirus is one of the infections that can do that.
So, first of all, I have to admit, I've never heard of that. I mean, I've certainly heard of a lot of people with this horrible cough, and I know it can be a million different things, really. Is it serious, and do we need to run to the doctor and say, do I have this adenovirus?
So, it's probably not worth getting tested for it normally, and that's why it's hard to find out where the epidemics are.
Right.
But it's famous usually for causing conjunctivitis, kind of pink eye.
Oh, interesting.
That's one of the main causes of that. But also persistent fevers and persistent coughs. And I've certainly had cases where sometimes fever is the only symptom you get, actually, for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So it can be a difficult virus to deal with because of the fact the symptoms don't go away.
Right.
And then you feel, do I need to run to the doctor and get antibiotics for it?
Yes.
And the bottom line is it doesn't help.
Well, then there's no point in taking medicine. You don't really...
Right. So really the way you manage it is symptomatic care. So some cough suppressants, decongestants, Tylenol or Motrin for fever control, just to try and feel better.
And in terms of the cough, is this something that you're coughing all over your coworkers and you're going to give it to them too?
Yeah, that's how it's spread. It's a respiratory virus, super easy to transmit. So if you're sick, cover yourself. Cover your cough.
Yeah, do this. My kids always say chicken wing, I think they call it. And they cough into their elbow.
Or a dab or something.
A dab, right.
And then, but try not to spread it because it'll go around the workplace like wildfire.
Oh my goodness. So there's really nothing more than the old wash your hands and just don't cough all over people to...
Wash your hands and good cough.
Okay, and your cough is getting better?
It's getting better slowly. Now, the difficulty is if you start to progress into something else, and that's where I think people can get sicker than they would expect.
So could this go eventually to maybe a walking pneumonia, a bronchitis?
It could turn to a bronchitis, a pneumonia, or a bad sinus infection. So I think one reason to talk to your doctor is if you feel like you've been getting better and the fevers are going and the cough is getting better and you're getting your old self back, and then you turn the corner and get worse again. Because a viral infection can lead to a secondary bacterial infection. It's not worth giving antibiotics up front for most people unless they have an immune deficiency of some kind. But for those people who were getting better and then getting sicker a second time, back to back, I think it's worth talking to someone about that. You still may not need antibiotics, but those are the people I would listen to.
Have a discussion about it.
Have a talk about
for
it.
sure.
And
Let your doctor know what's
out.
going on. Good advice, and better health to you and continued health to all of you at home if you've avoided this annoying adenovirus. Thanks so much, Dr. Bennett. Appreciate it.